What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, man, I wanted to go over my new schedule and kind of what I'm kind of going for here on my grind. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Actually, before we get into that, I wanted to showcase something that I wanted to showcase before we start here. If we go to career, you will see that I am Master Prestige. I'm so excited to have gotten this, and I have a whole video coming here in a couple days on my tips and tricks to getting Master Prestige quick and fast, and just my experience on that grind. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. But that's not exactly what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this. Your boy has done it. He has done every single mastery badge here in Black Ops 7. This was a grind, dude. Like, when I tell you this is a grind, this was an absolute fucking grind, man. So Cold War was, from my knowledge anyway, from my knowledge bank, all right, um, from my museum, that is, you could say. It was not that bad of a grind. I remember getting most diamond badges on Black Ops 6 relatively quickly. I think the only ones I had to work on were, I believe it was like not launchers, tacticals or lethals or something, field grades or whatever. In this game, everything was relatively easy. So like the SMGs, ARs, shotguns, LMGs, marksmen, snipers, pistols, launchers, and I mean not launchers, and melees were easy. Launchers were annoying, at least with the Arc One. The Arc One is yeah, it's just yeah, that's all I got. It's a thing. It's okay. Yeah, it's a thing. And the rest of these were pretty easy. The only one I had a lot of issues with was the Hunter bot. So my pro tip, real quick, with this Hunter bot before we get into the main video, is when you're using the Hunter bot, make sure you're playing until high rounds, then acquire the Hunter bot. Try to wait for bears to spawn because that's how these things activate by special elite or HVT enemies. So like the bears, the Doppelgass, etc. And then when you get them to spawn, get them hoarded up next to zombies, and then use these on the bears that are weak when they're near zombies. It'll kill the bear, explode, and kill all the zombies. And you should be able to get about 10 or so a usage. So it'll take a while to get 100 kills, but you can do it. It took me a while to realize that. So, but now that I know that, it's not that bad. And the other thing that took a long time was the score streaks. So these score streaks were rough, man, because the LBDR and the hand cannon, they don't do a whole lot of damage. So the rest of these you can get pretty quickly. Sentry gun, dog, whatever, they're all pretty easy. But those two were the last two I had to do for diamond badges. I actually did the hand cannon last. That was the last thing I had to do for the Grand Mastery for badges. So definitely be careful with those. They take a lot of grind for. The hand cannon currently has a bug in the game where once you use it, it says it's 0 out of 3. So it says there's actually 3 magazines, but you can't reload it, which means you can't use it and you can't buy another one. You have to buy a different streak to then buy another hand cannon. So instead of needing 1250, you're probably gonna need about 3,000 salvage per time you want to use this gun. So be aware of that. I did this by basically spamming the little flower pods and getting other score streaks. And then just dropping the score streak at the box, at the score streak box, and as long as I had the salvage, I would just keep buying it over and over and over and over again, and using the free score streak as a way to buy the hand cannon. So it's very hard, but you can do it. It is very much possible. I'm hoping this is not too loud, so let me turn down my music volume here. Um, so that is the big thing I wanted to show you. So let's go over my schedule. So with BO7, I wanted to really reiterate my schedule and kind of work on it again. So let's go into it right now. So, and again, all this is viewable on my Discord server. So if you're in my Discord, all you have to do is on my YouTube section and go to my schedule, and it'll be right there. So that's helpful for somebody. So for Mondays, we're going to have either BO7 or a random game on opposite days. So BO7 on Mondays, and this is going to be either a video at night or a stream at night. I do work Mondays, Saturdays, and Fridays, so those days are either have no content or very little content, and the lighter content. So maybe a class edit video or something of that form. Um, Tuesdays will be a horror story game or a COD stream. This is something I want to start doing on Tuesdays. I just want to play. I've been in the mood for horror games, so I'm thinking about getting some horror games, messing around with some of those. But I've also been playing things like Cyber Elite Resistance. I've been playing Borderlands 4. I have that on my account. And a bunch of other story games that I want to get back into, especially here on the channel. So if that's something that interests you, keep an eye on the channel there. And if it's not a random video, it'll be a COD stream or video. Now, doubt it. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, we will always have a COD stream, no matter what. So even if we have a video, we'll still have a COD stream that day. Wednesdays will be either Delta Force, Borderlands 4, or BO7, one of those three. This is mainly for Borderlands 4. It's going to be when they have DLCs drop, and I'm uploading DLC content. For Delta Force, I still want to play that game. I just haven't been playing recently because I've been so busy with Battlefield 6 and COD Black Ops 7. So eventually, I'm going to get back into playing Delta Force again a little bit here and there. So we'll be uploading stuff over there as well. For Thursdays, it'll be Delta Force, Borderlands 4, or BO7. But it'll also be things like Helldivers 2, Battlefield 6, and some Thursdays will be my book, the My Book series. So a lot of stuff can happen on Thursday. Thursday is like the last day in the week for me before I go back to work again for that week. So that's going to be like the day I try to upload whatever big content I need to upload for that week because on Friday I won't have the time to. For Fridays, it'll be no vids and no streams. Mainly for the pure fact is I wake up early. I play for about an hour in the morning, and then I go to work. And then when I get back from work, I maybe get to play for maybe an hour, and then I head to bed for work Saturday morning, and I work Saturday all day. So it just there's not enough time in that day to upload the video, edit and upload that day. So Saturdays, we'll have no streams and no vids, but when there is a montage ready to be dropped, it will be pre-edited and it will be dropped during my lunch period at work. So like for my lunch, I come home, eat lunch, and then go back to work. So I can just drop it while I'm making lunch or whatever, and it'll be up. But that'll be when there's montages, and as of right now, I don't have any intentions of doing montages anytime soon. I just can't enjoy multiplayer right now. I'm actually in the talk with Activision about my account and dealing with some stuff. So once that stuff is handled, I may be able to get back into multiplayer because right now my multiplayer is basically unplayable at the current moment. So we'll have to kind of gauge off that. And then Sundays will be obviously a COD stream. And obviously it could be any video, but I want to start doing some Christian content on Sundays, being, Sunday. So this could be either just going over a verse and talking about what I think it means, or going over the history of Christianity, going over like the Crusades, or whatever it could be. I think it could be fun to see what that's all about, but we'll have to, figure that out as we go. As always, these dates are subject to change. As you guys know with me, I change my schedule a lot because it's whatever I'm basing, whatever I'm on. So, maybe I'm on a Kai kick or a Fortnite kick or a Warzone kick or whatever the kick is I'm on. I will adjust my schedule around those kicks. But I feel like I'm pretty confident in this schedule in the sense that like the times and what will happen, what days will stay the same. Maybe the games might change over time, but this seems like a good schedule right now. I know it'll change come January, late January, because my shift at work will change, and once those change, I can actually rework my schedule again around those shifts. That is the thing about my job right now is it has the hours change every couple of months. So, yeah, that is the new schedule. Some games that you guys might want to know that I'm playing for the channel and for my personal side of things. I'm playing BO7. Cyber Elite Resistance, Zombie Army 4, Dead War, DayZ and Armory Forger, maybe a little Black Ops 6, Battlefield 6, maybe some Delta Force, and probably at some point down the line, maybe some other horror games and story games, whenever I feel the oomph to want to play them. Zombie Army 4 Dead War will probably be something you'll see a lot on the channel going forward, especially if my boy gets into it like he wants to get back into it. Just because I really like that game, and it's just an absolute blast to play. So if that happens, there'll be more of that content here on the channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this has been informative to you guys. And uploads are going to start picking up again now that I'm getting kind of comfortable with BO7. I kind of have builds set up, and I'm working on this Prestige Master guns. As you guys can see here, if we go to my builds, we actually have a couple ARs done already. We have the AK Master Prestige, MXR Master Prestige, the Maddox Master Prestige. We have the Knife Master Prestige too. That was pretty fun to do. That wasn't too bad. These WC weekends make it pretty easy to get Master Prestige guns. I mean, you can fly through those prestiges. I think we're about 6 prestiges off of having ever gun in the game Prestige 1, and we're about quarter done with ever gun in the game Prestige 2. So definitely, if that's something you're looking forward to me grinding, let me down below, and I can definitely upload that on here on the channel and work on that for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.